you think those elements of performance are on track with what you expected by this point?
I think I think if we look at the performance we played in the games we played so far, I'm happy with how many games we played? 13? 13. I think there's been one bad game against Bournemouth. There's been a bad second half against Wolves and a bad second half against Monaco. I think the rest have been good or good plus or very good. When I talk that, I'm not talking about everything is free floating, but I just think the overall how you're competitive in a game. You are aggressive, you play with intensity, you try to get chances, you play behind them, and all that. I think is so. I think that's the way you build a culture on a team.
Spurs have had fairly unprecedented change, obviously, over recent weeks and months, and we're a few weeks away from the big one of Daniel Levy leaving. How have you seen the changes in the club over the last few weeks? Have you noticed any, and has there been anything on the team?
Anything on what on the team?
Have you noticed any effects of the wider structural changes that's been going on in the club over recent weeks? Have you noticed that have any effect on the team? And how has it been generally in recent weeks with the changes?
I think that's, how can you say, the day we decided that Daniel was not here anymore was of course a little bit, how can you say, unusual is probably the word to use. And then there will, first couple of weeks, a lot of questions from you guys. I need to answer that and a little bit in the media and all that. But since then, it's, you get on with things. I focus on trying to prepare the team the best possible way with my coaching staff. I think the players, they how can I say, they are in their own little bubble and world and try to do the best they can to perform and make sure we're in the best possible place. So for me, it's now it's a little bit like business as usual.